Hi guys, I'm Jess and today I have to unbox with you the Owlcrate February Hidden Worlds box. Now at some point or another I've said that I was going to try and predict the next month's book whenever I was unpacking a box, and I didn't do that with Owlcrate in January because I convinced myself that I was wrong. And I thought it was going to be the Hazelwood, and actually having reread the description of the book now, I am really confident that it's going to be the Hazelwood in this box. And I didn't predict that last month because I thought the Hazelwood was a January release rather than a February release. And it turns out, after doing a bit more research into it, that actually it's a release that is either going the 30th of January to about the 10th of February, I believe, depending on if you're in the UK or the US. Now, I have had an arc of this book since July when I went to Yauk. I still have not read it because I've got no mind. I've got a real reading block on at the moment. I can't sit down and read at the moment, and so I haven't been reading and I haven't gotten round to it yet. But I did then go into Waterstones the other day and bought up the paperback copy of it because it was lovely blue with blue sprayed edges and I had to have it. And then I believe that there's going to be a copy of it in here as well. But Owlcrate, if they do it, will be a very exclusive cover, so I'm happy to have many copies of this book. But that is my prediction for what this month is. I'm struggling to do a prediction for March now because I haven't got a huge amount, but we'll see what I think by the end of this box. So let's get on with unpacking this box and see if I'm right at the end of it. First thing, as always, that we have is our artwork for the month and our spoilers, which are on the back, as long with our collectible pin badge, which goes with the artwork of the month. Now, I really like the artwork that they've got for this month. It's got kind of almost like a tunnel hotel going on here, and you've got all of these unlikely kind of creatures coming together at a bar. You've got calendars and a heating lamp for the snake and a bunk bed for the mice, a coat of arms and coat hangers for the rabbits, and some wine for the fox, which is really cool, and I think it's really inventive artwork. Now, the first thing that I can spot of this box is a candle in the very top, and this is called Through the Wardrobe, which is obviously a Narnia inspired candle, and it just smells like woods, like a forest, and I think this is supposed to be woods in the winter, forest in the winter, and this is an Owlcrate exclusive by Books on Candles, handcrafted soy candle, rather small, never going to break if you drop this though, which is always the bonus of having a metal tin, and it smells really lovely, and I'm going to have to rewatch or reread Narnia at some point very soon so that I can burn this whilst I'm doing so. Next, I've got this lovely purple pouch with the Owlcrate kind of symbol on it, and inside I've got this really nice key necklace, and at first I assumed this was an Alice in Wonderland thing, but it's actually, with this button at the top, as you can see, is inspired by Coraline. And I've never read Coraline. I've actually never read Alice in Wonderland either, but I've watched Coraline, and it did creep me out a bit. To make myself wear this, I think I'm going to have to just go with the thought that this is an Alice in Wonderland inspired, but I really like this in black. I've got a key somewhere in just kind of a bronzy colour from a similar box, but really nice as always. It's just one of those kind of cliche, nice, bookish pieces of jewellery that we all like to wear. Next, beneath the worms, I can see this lovely pouch. It's got "We dreamed together of the world remade," and that is a quote from the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor, a trilogy that I've still yet to finish. I just can't get myself through Dreams of God and Monsters. It's like the first 100 pages, I'm just stuck in it. And it's a nice kind of leathery pouch as opposed to a fabric one, which means that everything's going to be a bit better protected from any liquids in here, which is pretty good. And it's a kind of a bigger pouch than I'm used to getting in one of these boxes, so it's going to be pretty hardy I keep getting things stuck in the zipper already, which is just typical of me. But I really like the artwork and the colour scheme that's on here. I know it's supposed to be cold colours, but purple and blue is always going to work really, really well, and it does just remind me of Akatar all of the time. So yeah, these are the colours that I like, and I probably will end up putting this to very good use with something or other. Beneath the pouch I've got something that is also fabric, and it is absolutely huge, and I think I've actually been spoiled on what this item is already, because I think I've seen it come up on some trade sites, and it's about the size of a double bed duvet, so I'm going to have to rethink how to present this to you. So this is the best way I can think to show you guys this wall tapestry, and you can see it is pretty huge. I mean, I've laid it down on the floor, and it takes up all the space of the floor that I've really got. I mean, my wardrobes are right there, and then my bookshelves. But this is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of a shiny material, dark purple and blues, and then we've got our yellows as well, and it's that colour scheme again that you get of the night court and all the artwork that comes in there now. But what we've got is books fall open, you fall in, and then a woman falling into an open books. And we've got lots of lovely kind of artwork around the edges. And it is huge. It is the size of my double bed. I don't know who has a wall big enough to put this on, because of course all of our walls are going to be covered in books. I don't know what I just said. Not a big enough wall to put this wall tapestry on, which is I suppose why so many people are already trading it away. I'm going to give this a good iron at some point, and or maybe I won't iron it and I'll just keep it away until I move out of my parents' house, and then we'll definitely be using it myself. Next we've got this lovely little sticker of Alice in Wonderland and the White Rabbit with some cards floating about and some teapots from obviously the tea party. And it's kind of in this lovely anime manga style of artwork, which is really cute with the big eyes. I don't know quite what I'll use this sticker for, or if I'll ever use it, but we'll see what I can think of. So at the bottom of this box now I can see the book, and I can see that I was right, and it is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, and it is in this absolutely lovely forest green, and it's got foil gold and silver in the artwork across it. Here is the spine, and underneath have we got anything? We've got this kind of stamped kind of building, like an edge of a building. I'm not sure what that's significant to be. Could be anything. It's probably something. Oh, flat iron books. It's a symbol of flat iron books. That's it. And I believe that Owlcrate is no longer trying to do signed book plates, but getting them signed. So this is a first edition as well, of course. But there it is, signed in a lovely gold pen on the front of a page that's got this signed first edition is printed exclusively for Owlcrate, so they're making their editions really exclusive. It's a step up, rather like the Cruel Prince last month was. The cover was completely different. I mean, the kind of design overall is similar, but the colour is completely different from anything else. And I think it works because if it's the woods, then it's green. And the cover we've got here in the UK is blue, and then the arc was black, like the cover I believe it is in the US hardback, just in general. So a lovely, lovely copy. Accompanying the book, we've also got a lovely couple of kind of foil stickers that relate to some of the designs that are on the front of the book. And then we've got, of course, our letter from the author, which I'll read for you now. Dear Owlcrate reader, I've always known books are magic. I was an obsessive, undiscerning reader from an early age, absorbing everything I could get my hands on. Choose your own adventure novels, series about babysitters and party planners and sleuths, books about ghosts and fairies and magic shops. It was that last kind of book that changed my life. They made me sure there was real magic in the world. I wished for it on coins and feathers and red leaves. I knew that by staying open to enchantment, I was proving myself worthy of it when it came. But, like Wendy Darling, I did eventually grow up. I'm no longer waiting for magic to find me. I'm gathering my hunting gear, La Prep tea mug, and setting out in search of it. Writing The Hazelwood was one long delirious game of what if. What if there was a girl who couldn't escape her bad luck? What if that luck was a part of a fantastical legacy beyond her imagining? What if the fairy tales tucked safely into a book were anything but? And what if they found a door to our own world and raised hell? I'll never fully let go of my belief in magic. I'll keep seeking it out in books and chasing it down when I write, remembering the feeling of knowing it was only a matter of time before a door opened up and magic let me in. A really, really lovely letter there, kind of on the reverse of what we usually get of having a white background in the back. So I like the way this kind of keeps with the theme of the hazelwood, and the colour scheme kind of works with the book that we've got. Underneath the book, of course, we've got our kind of Owlcrate kind of leaflet telling us all about the book. We've got an interview with the author. We've also got just there the comparison of the exclusive Owlcrate cover and the original that comes out in the US. We've got a couple of like word search and recommendations if we like the book, interview with the illustrator for the pouch, and then we have got the photo challenge and our babble time, and then we have got something about the March theme, which is across the galaxy and has been described as good for, we've got themed items on Guardians of the Galaxy, great. Star Wars, meh. I'm not sure if we've got something on the Lunar Chronicles. I know somebody mentioned it in the comments and was probably hoping, but I know that we have got a exclusive candle by Wiccan Fable, which will be included in this book, and I have struggled to try and find something that this book may have. So the book has been described as good if you were to want to be a band of misfits and go and adventure the stars, and it's kind of a retelling of Anastasia. I've never watched Anastasia, so I wouldn't know what that is, but I do have a prediction for you. So a book that's come up onto my radar is Our Dark Stars by Crystal Wade and Audrey Gray, I believe. So this book on Goodreads only seems to come up on Kindle, but I do think that it might be coming out in March, which is why it's kind of come into my thoughts that this might be the book. I haven't looked at a huge many other YA sci-fi books coming out in March that are books that are the first in a series. Lots of them are continuations, and so it was really a struggle to try and get a prediction for next month's book. So we'll see what's going to go on, we'll see what we get next month, but whatever it is, I'm always happy to try a little bit of sci-fi because I do read so much fantasy. I'd love to get a bit more sci-fi onto my shelves, but of course Pierce Brown sets a very, very high level of expectations for sci-fi, but he is not YA, so I can kind of alter my levels of expectations. That was Owlcrate's absolutely fantastic Hidden Worlds box for February 2018. Some really, really good items in here, a nice range of different books and themes. So we've got some really, really nice unique items in here as well. So while I haven't had a leather pouch, I definitely haven't had a wall tapestry before. You know, candles and stickers, yeah, we've got all of those. We've got a really, really nice exclusive cover, and again Owlcrate have kind of picked up their game and kept it there for this month, which just means I'm very, very excited about what we get next month. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.